she's totally insane.
Yeah.
Like, she's the most toxic feminist that's ever existed. And what she does is basically the threat is that if she doesn't get what she wants, she writes a song about a guy and then has 15 million girls singing the songs and drops little clues so they know who it's about. I mean, it's totally psychotic.
Girl fight. Oh, here we go. This is the content that we were all waiting for, obviously. Candace Owens versus Taylor Swift. The mud wrestling / jello wrestling match that the world deserves on this, the day after Valentine's Day, the 15th of February. If you're enjoying my videos, please make sure you leave a like on them. It helps a ton, seriously. If you haven't subscribed or followed, please do so below. Yesterday, Candace Owens, a clip of Candace Owens, which is sure to irritate the Swifties, hit the internet, in which she calls her a vile, toxic feminist. Now, let me be very clear. I believe the stupid Taylor Swift conservative obsession is a psyop. It's dumb. Nobody gives a crap about Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is not going to get anybody to vote for Joe Biden that wasn't going to vote for Joe Biden anyway. It's all about clicks for these people, I think. They can't seriously believe she's going to flip conservatives to vote. By the same degree, she's not going to inspire new people to go vote for Joe Biden. It's all fake and ridiculous. But I'm here for the real part of it, the girl-on-girl action that we all want. Let's take a look at the clip that's got everybody outraged.
Obviously, if you've seen what she's even done in business and how she tries to manipulate her audiences, like to get out of like deals and contracts, like she's totally insane.
Yeah.
Like, she's the most toxic feminist that's ever existed. And what she does is basically the threat is that if she doesn't get what she wants, she writes a song about a guy and then has 15 million girls singing the songs and drops little clues so they know who it's about. I mean, it's totally psychotic if you really think about it.
That part is true. It is a little psychotic. But then again, you know, musicians have been writing songs about other people since probably the first song ever written. Now, I am not a Taylor Swift music enjoyer, but I'm also not a teenage girl. I know that may shock you in this modern era. It's difficult to actually know. I, for one, am actually not a teenage girl. So I don't care about Taylor Swift. I don't listen to Taylor Swift music. If you enjoy it, I don't care. Good for you. There's a lot of music that I probably like that you don't like. I don't think that this whole it's really akin to like boomer con. Rock music is gonna turn all your kids into devil worshippers. It's like the new version of that. Now, I will say it's valid to point out that Taylor Swift is swiftly heading to the empty egg carton era of her life, in her mid-30s, husbandless, childless. But she also is worth over $1 billion. So I'm not sure that's quite the burn that a lot of conservative pundits think it is. I don't happen to think that, Taylor Swift is any more... she's not even anywhere near. I'd let my kids listen to Taylor Swift before I let them watch a Disney movie, a modern-day Disney movie. That's a fact.
I don't think you appreciate how psychotic that is, that you can't date her for 2 weeks without her writing a song about you. I mean, what she did to John Mayer as well. He was like, I literally did nothing to her. Like, we went on one date and I didn't deserve this.
You're ruining
And then
this
there's a bunch of like 10-year-old girls whose brains are not developed, who then go and attack whoever it is. Like Scooter Braun's family, his young kids, literally had to go into hiding and get security because Taylor Swift wanted out of the deal that he legally purchased her catalog of music. Yeah. And
That's also true. A lot of people don't. She pretend like, oh, I'm just a girl. I don't know what's going on. That's actually not true. I mean, what Candace is saying is 100% correct here.
Wrote this, you have to go find it on Tumblr, this like glorious rephrasing of basically like, my dad signed a contract, a legally binding contract for me when I was 15. He now has the catalog because he purchased it. And she was just like, as a woman, I sat on the floor and I wrote these songs. And then they tried to kill Scooter Braun's family. And he did nothing wrong other than purchase her catalog. But and he only had it for like 6 months before he let somebody else purchase it. But like, she hated Scooter Braun.
This is a room full of Swifties you're talking
about. No, guys, I'm sorry. Like, I just like,
No,
obviously she's not getting married. And Travis Kelce,
I was going to wear my
to do some science.
I mean, you see the Swifties in the replies, obviously. Taylor Swift is certainly not vile and toxic, but Candace is. No, of course not. Candace is the vile one. Okay. I mean, most of the replies here are from people who are deeply offended that you don't like their music. Everybody in here is having a meltdown. I think if you are running to the internet to defend a musician that doesn't care about you, that doesn't know you, that wouldn't ever stop to talk to you on the street, I think that that's a little bit of a self-own. You know, it's just like, I think the same people who, you know, obsess over Hollywood actors and actresses, they're the same people that do the same for musicians. They don't have a strong father figure in their life. That's almost certainly true. Or even a strong mother figure, anyone they look up to. So they look up to vapid Hollywood weirdos who don't care about you, who hate you, who wouldn't even piss on you to put you out of, if you're on fire. That's how they actually view you. And again, it's okay to listen to their music. It's okay to watch their movies when someone else paid for it, or you had a Plex server or something like that. I don't think that makes you a bad person. Everybody's got to take a minute off the culture war. You know, everyone's got to take a minute just to enjoy something. All right. Like, I still enjoy sports ball. All right. I know it got woke. Okay, fine. I'm boycotting 99 other things. Let me have this one thing. I think that's reasonable. That's the way you don't turn into a lunatic. Taylor Swift, now that the NFL season is over, I pray her boyfriend of the week, Travis Kelce, retires. He seems to be on a wild alcoholic bender, and her fans are already turning against him. There's numerous articles written now that, there's red flags around Travis Kelce, blah, blah. That couple was never going to last. I guarantee it. I still am of the belief that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce is just a marketing deal. But again, I don't care.
Obviously, if you've seen when I wrote these songs and then hype, he just realized that this is like a good business move for him, and it is. It's a genius business move for him. So this is going to be one album, and then it's
I totally agree with her now. I got to
wait. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be like depressing about it, but like it's one album, and he's not going back to he's not going from like Black Girls to like Taylor Swift. This is like a business.
Because when you,
I agree with that. I actually agree with that. It's for one album, and he's not staying with her. No shot, no chance.
It's a scientific fact. If we have to pull up the articles, we will. The science has been done. Trust the science.
Candace,
you don't go back.
Do you agree? I basically agree with everything you're saying about Taylor Swift. She is awful. I think calling her the most toxic feminist ever is quite a statement. Like that's very well. That's a
toxic feminism is when you use it's like Kesha, Taylor Swift. They've been doing this. It's a new breed of feminism. She's a new breed.
Yeah,
I'm writing an entire book on this. It's like the Lena Dunham school of thought. She literally said Lena Dunham taught me feminism, which basically means that you can get whatever you want so long as you're able to sell to people that you're a victim because you're a woman. And she has done it to the tune of $1 billion.
I agree.
I mean, I think the more hilarious, of course, Nikki Haley. Her going after Nikki Haley was also pretty funny. There is, much around, Nikki Haley and how she treats her husbands or potential husbands or ex-husbands. I think that's maybe a little more relevant in terms of the current presidential cycle. You could see during Tuesday's Backstage, the show hosts don't really care. Obviously, if you've seen what she's done in business and how she tries to manipulate her audience, to get out of deals and contracts. She's totally insane. Well, I mean, I suppose they're going to get a lot of hate clicks from Swifties. The fact that she's in any way associated with Lena Dunham is probably not a good idea. If you look up what Lena Dunham personally admits to doing to her sister, I think it was, Lena Dunham is not a good person. But I think that hopefully this obsession with Taylor Swift in the conservative sphere. I mean, if that grifter Mario Nafal's tweeting about it, that you're on the wrong side of it. To me, it's a massive, massive distraction. Of course, Candace Owens' unminced opinions on Taylor Swift and the Daily Wire Plus have now sparked outrage from Taylor Swift fans. You see, I mean, haters gonna hate. Candace will be broke if she wasn't toxic. I mean, that's probably true. Candace is projecting again. Is Candace Owens talking about Taylor Swift or herself regarding this clip? Everyone with a brain knows that Candace is the definition of a toxic feminist. Well, no, I don't think that's necessarily true. Candace Owens is the most toxic woman on the internet. Imagine hating Taylor Swift just because she's living her best life and you're miserable. Taylor Swift is, I'll tell you this, the poster child for mid-30s and childless. That's undoubtedly the truth. And there are many people who do more research than I do about this kind of stuff that will tell you that there are people out there that that's what they want. They want people to have less kids. They want more people crossing the border. They want less people, procreating in this country. And it's bizarre. But if you want to go really tinfoil hat, there's interesting articles you can read. I would say that you see, I have Candace responds. I have no issue with young girls liking Taylor Swift. Her music is catchy and it's harmless. We have way bigger cultural issues to fry. That said, what Taylor Swift did to Scooter Braun was an act of sheer evil. He legally purchased her catalog of music, which he did do. Her father was on the board and partial owner of the company at the time, and therefore is obviously aware of the sale. But her young fans don't have brains developed or understand how business works. She simply didn't like Scooter, lied to her fans, and said she had no idea and would have purchased it herself. Your dad didn't tell you? And Scooter Braun's family received all sorts of threats for years. His young children's lives were put at risk over a lie. Taylor routinely uses her prepubescent fan base army to attack men that she doesn't like or to simply get what she wants in business. Well, that's true. Scooter Braun is one of many male victims of this, just calling it like I see it. If you guys wish to fact check this, yes, Scott Swift signed Taylor Swift to her former record company and was partial owner. Everybody knows this. But, it's not about her music. It's about her lifestyle. 34, single, childless, promiscuous, and constantly boozing. I mean, I don't really know what her drinking habits are. I think conservatives are a little obsessed with, people, whether or not people are having kids and how many kids they are and how old they are before they have kids. But I wouldn't say that she's an excellent role model. That's for sure. It's going to be interesting to see how the Swifties versus Candace Owens works out. I'm sure it's going to be a hot mess, and I'm here for it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.